and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com. M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store. Family owned and operated, located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road. The end of season clearance is going on now with up to 50% off. Stop in now for best selection on sweaters, outerwear, suits, sport coat, dress pants, and dress shirts. M Suits Clothiers, your menswear store.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a 1-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Letting your child know you believe in them will go a long way towards making a dream a reality. I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. It's important to celebrate learning, focus on the positives, and reinforce good effort and determination. Children need your encouragement and support. Nebraska public school teachers want every student to succeed.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Welcome into The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
You got me on there. There we go. Boom. Yeah, I'm always on the second.
Caught me off guard.
I'm always on the second mic. Get it in. Super Sunday, and Tabrizi is coaching. Tabrizi is breezing. He's got a coaching. He's coaching his young lady today. So it'll be Harrison Arns and I. You can be a part of the show. Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. You want to be a part of what we're doing? And if you want to follow on the video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, channel 961, Amazon Prime if you're fancy. You can jump on the Ticket app. If you have not downloaded the Ticket app yet, go 937 The Ticket. Go in your store, wherever you find your apps. Plug that in because the app travels with you everywhere.
Yeah, we just had someone chiming in from my neighbor from North Yankton.
Yeah, from wherever you are, the app works, and it's simple. So if you want to do that, but again, you've got several ways to follow and be a part of what we're doing. I want to thank the folks from Canopy Street Market, Dan Swanson, Brad Moline, and crew. If you're looking for your goodies for game day, jump on over to Canopy Street Market. They've got you covered. Whatever you need. If you need instant meals, you need snacks, whatever you need, they got. You need ABC beverages up there, they got those too. A fine assortment. Great collection. So if you want to do that, jump on over to Canopy Street Market. We are going to be at Buffalo Wings Rings today. And I would say to folks, so twofold. One, if you got into the squares, you got one of the 100 squares for the in-studio contest and competition. You're great. You're lucky. Good. Cool. But you can also get into, we're doing 100 squares live there today. And I would imagine the first 100 people will get squares. Everybody will get a raffle ticket. Everybody will get a raffle ticket. And we will have items. And I mean, when I tell you every commercial break, we will have prizes the entire day. So get yourself there, get your table, get there early. We're going to be there around 4. I would suggest, I'm just going to suggest that you get there before 4. I'm just going to say it. Know that the ticket's bringing 20 people.
At least.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's 4 tables. I'm just going to tell you, and plus we're going to take up tables for all the goodies that we're giving away.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would say is get there early. Get your table, get settled in. As soon as the Husker basketball game is over, sprint. Don't speed. Sprint. Hurry. As John Wooden said, quick, never rush. Get over to Buffalo Wings Rings. Come hang out with us today. It'll be a fun day. Chiefs, Eagles. I'm being nice to them today. I'm actually going to pronounce the E. Normally it's Eagles. Iggles.
What's your beef with the? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a full beef with them. Yeah. I have an in full beef with the Eagles, but I also have a beef with the Chiefs. So that's its own thing. I'm not a member of I'm tired of watching the Chiefs win. I'm tired of watching Mahomes. I'm not a member of, I don't want to see Chiefs Eagles again. I'm not a member of that club.
Where are you zagging on this thing?
I'm zagging. I'm zagging in that I'm perfectly good with the teams who have earned the right to be there being there.
Okay, yeah. I'm I
don't care who it is.
Conspiracy or not, the Chiefs are a damn good football team, and I'm not surprised.
Well,
I don't think it's a conspiracy if I'm just being real. Like, they're a good team. Are any of us surprised that Andy Reid, who's arguably the best head coach in the NFL, and Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL, and Kelsey might be the best tight end in the NFL right now? Are we surprised? No.
Yeah, they're good. They're great.
Yeah,
they're elite. And
Spagnolia too.
Right. I mean, what the Eagles have done on the other side of this to transform themselves into this powerhouse of the NFC, and to take over, because the 49ers weren't going to go quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And this year they stood up and they faced, and the Commanders were a juggernaut, and they got in the way of that. So the two teams that have earned the right to play for football's greatest trophy have earned it. And I'm okay with it. Listen, it adds sauce to the meal to throw conspiracy. It's just pepper sprinkled.
It's easy too.
Right. It's easy.
It's
easy. It's easy spice on the chili, right? Okay. There's, you got to beat the 11.5 man, right? Which is the officiating. I don't know. I won't give them the full 12th man, but they get close. There are days that they get close, yeah. Right? But there are ways for the Eagles to remove that from them. And the perfect playbook for the Eagles is Saquon Barkley. Look, the Eagles defensively are legitimate. That's a legitimate defense.
One of the best, arguably the best secondary.
Right? So there are ways for this to go down. But playmakers make plays in the biggest games that exist. And I think Barkley keeping Mahomes and company on the sideline, it's harder for officials to interfere if the Eagles are just running the ball and grinding the Chiefs. Now, if they get into a shootout with the Chiefs, then you've opened the door for those calls to happen. Like, it's just what it is. So they've earned it. Thomas, what are you talking about? So Thomas and Lincoln just texted and said a thing that I deserving is earned. Nothing given, everything earned.
There was some given in that Houston game, but I'm still not saying conspiracy.
But Houston had 108 plays.
They had opportunities
to win it. You had 108 plays to do it yourself. I lean towards UFC when they tell you don't leave it in the hands of the officials. You have all the tools to be dominant on your own. If you do your job,
mm-hmm.
then you can't, there's no debate. But if you leave it for debate, then you're allowing humanity. And all those stripes are human. You feel how you feel. You like what you like. And who's to say that every official looks at and interprets the rules of the game the same way. They don't. They're human. And they get caught up emotionally. They get caught up on it physically, trying to be in the right place. Sometimes they've got to assume what's going to happen. They never get to prejudge what's going to happen.
Well,
they evaluate.
Effect too on
well, but you're looking at humans move, and as officials, you jump at the things that move outside of the norm. Right? There's athletic integrity. There are things that you get when this is done right. It looks this way.
Iowa punt return.
Right. And then you say, if something goes outside of that, my eyes are drawn to the other. And some officials officiate from the belief. So even as a coach, as a player, when I officiate games, I state the rules of preference for me to both coaches before the game and to captains. Right? So if it's basketball, baseball, I would say behind home plate. Listen, I am an inside strike guy. If I'm umping from behind the plate, if a pitcher has the gumption to throw inside, I'm going to give him credit for that. I like that. Mm-hmm. If the pitcher's going to be around the strike zone, I'm going to call more strikes than I would if he's all over the place. Now the strike zone doesn't move, but every official has his own vision. And for me, I lock up directly my chin to the middle of the catcher's helmet, wherever the catcher is. Now, it should be middle of the plate, lines out. But no, I prefer that if a catcher slides to the right telling his pitcher, this is where we're working, and the pitcher agrees and then actually does that, I'm going to give him credit. I'm going to be like, hey, man, I am a receiver at heart. So if I'm calling football, I give preference to how difficult it is to beat hands-on at the line of scrimmage and 5.5 yards down the field. I'm a real stickler for, hey, bro, you get 5 yards. And I mean 5 yards. I don't mean 5.5 yards. I don't mean 6 yards. Keep your hands to yourself. Win at the line of scrimmage, which is physical integrity, right? Win at the line of scrimmage and then play football. Cool. But I say to the cornerback, listen, your ability to do this evenly sits firmly in you making the decision at the line of scrimmage, what you're going to take away. And if I see what you're taking away, I'm going to give you credit for it. Offensive lineman, within the frame of the breastplates, between the edge of breastplates for a defensive lineman, your hands in there, arms not extended, I'm going to give you credit. If you extend the arms and lock the elbow, or your hands slide outside and you grab, if it affects the play, I'm going to call it. If it doesn't affect the play, if you're back, you're the right tackle and we're running left, not so much. Does it affect the play? Does it affect the play? Now I'll tell him, hey Harrison,
I'm looking at that.
I see you.
Yeah.
I see you. Get within the breastplate. Right? So we don't know the conversations that the officials have with each other, right? Because they do film study too. Hey, man, Kelsey pushes off on this route. On the bank 7, Kelsey gets a little bit of an advantage, and the Eagles deserve the right to complain about it. Or I can say, well, wait, that linebacker is also jousting Kelsey at 7 yards, give and take. Fans get too caught up in what I want the result to be. How does the call affect the result I want?
Mm-hmm.
The call has nothing to do with what the fan wants. The call has to be in the operation between the official and the players involved. Basketball, how you call the charge. There are no two officials that have they just don't, right?
Yeah.
They just don't have it, right?
You can move your pinky with some and be like, nope, still moving.
100%.
And some you could, be dancing and they may give you the charge.
100%, right? And you say that in the difference, right? That Nebraska, if you watch it, so we, Thomas says, do you think officials should be held they should be held at the highest standard? And they are, because they're all evaluated, ready for this? For every play. they're evaluated, their peers.
Mm-hmm.
And for the Super Bowl, these are the people who had the best year. These officials had the best year.
Yeah.
Right? They graded out the best. They were most consistent. They followed what the league standard for play calls are, for penalty calls. Those standards have to be met, and they're judged. So the people that got there today, hey, man, you did the work. Now, here's the reality. That could be absolutely what the fans don't want, because you could have a physical first official. You could have an official that, hey, man, play football.
Mm-hmm.
Play football. If you got to grab and tug, hey, man, don't let that dude put his hands on you.
But he's not going to get that nice of a score.
Well, no, he will, as long as he follows the intent of the rule.
Okay, tricky how you grade this.
But that's the point,
Yeah.
Harrison, that if we say that outside pressure, so let's say you're a left tackle against Chris Jones, right? Jones,
God, help me.
right? That you know that not all arm lengths are the same.
Mm-hmm.
Not all sleeve lengths are the same. You and I can get into a reach. Just because I'm trying to prevent you from getting around me doesn't mean that I can impede you without cheating. I can resist you without cheating,
Mm-hmm.
without gaining an advantage in the cheating. Right?
True.
Right? So if you come outside, I know that my right arm has to cradle. It has to bend at the elbow and allow my outside hand to have control of you. And if I lose that hand, I've got to concede that hand, and my inside hand then has to drive you away from my quarterback. I can't grab you and move you, but I can jab you and move you. Now, if I get my left hand into your shoulder, inside shoulder, to reset, officials will say if the lineman sinks his hips and then grabs, that's not a hold. But if he doesn't reset, which means that his balance is lower,
Mm-hmm.
if he's up higher and he grabs, that's a hold. The players know that. But in the heat of battle, you don't always do that.
Especially when it's Chris Jones.
You don't do it. Chris Jones,
He's going to beat you.
listen,
sometimes.
one, because the forklift is real.
Yes.
The forklift is real. And the beauty of these elite athletes is everybody playing today is so elite that most of the fans can't fathom the movements and the friction that's going to happen today. The battle between Cam Jurgens and whatever middle linebacker they throw, because they will move, because Cam is great on the straight on, but Cam's a better athlete than most centers in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Nebraska fans know that Cam was a tight end, so this is a guy who moves. It's also Cam's advantage and disadvantage, because most of his blocks are in space in front of more officials. More officials, right? Cam doesn't have the longest arms. Most interior guard penalty simply is that it was so obvious that they had to throw the flag.
Yeah, if you're getting penalties as the guard,
If you're getting as a
you're
guard,
messing up
man,
bad.
look, well, because the eyes are real simple, right? Line judges in space. On the perimeter, you've got more eyes on. Line of scrimmage comes in play, so there's a line judge out there. There's a back judge that only sees one perspective. He doesn't see the hands within the frame of the body, but if the hands go outside the frame of the body, that back judge is down business.
Mm-hmm.
He's in business. He doesn't want to be in business. He doesn't want to throw a flag. There's no official. Well, wrong. Strike that. Most officials don't want to throw a flag. There are some that can't wait to throw a flag. There are those who grade out to tell you this is a flag thrower. This is a guy. Some stay tucked. Some want to untuck, man. They want to pull that thing off their hip, and they can't wait to get into action.
Well, every now and then you see like the preemptive where it's like they're pulling it out and like they didn't even snap the ball yet.
Hey,
so,
man, like this dude is ready.
Like
he
they were
is
looking
ready.
for it.
Matter of fact, His is hanging out so that he has less friction when he needs to get to it.
Well, I think what happens in those is like they just saw it and they've been missing it, and they're like, okay, I'm getting ready for it. And like, okay, that's close enough. We're going to just throw it now just to go ahead and get him for it because he's been doing it all game. Close enough. And then we might scream at it, but past like 4 plays, you might have just been doing it over and over and over.
And Thomas points out you want consistency, which is what everybody asked for.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, there is no official who will be on the field today that does not talk to his group that he's officiating to let them know how this is going to work. Listen, I'm going to let you get away with the lean at the line of scrimmage wide receiver. I'm going to let you get the lean on, right? I'm going to allow you the half jab step when the ball is snapped, even if you're early and you're moving in that space. Quarterback, listen, if you get to the sideline running the ball, if you lean the ball, if you put the ball out, it is almost a concession that I'm still in play. If you tuck the ball towards the sideline and your face mask is turned towards the sideline, peep that. Watch it today. That when Mahomes and Hurts, who both run, head towards the sideline, if their belt buckle and their face mask is towards the sideline, it is a concession. It is an official concession to the defense that I'm not going to juke you.
Yeah, I'm giving myself
up. I'm giving myself up. But guess what? If the face mask is still upfield, then by every bit of it, then that player is still in play. And the rule for engagement on the outside is, depending on that sideline judge, whether he is an aggressive official or a passive official. Some will let it play. Was that a violent play or was that a football play? And you have to defer. And every official has his own rules. Now, the lead official can be the grand overseer and say, if you're working, it's his crew, and he wants you to be fair and consistent. He expects you to communicate with everybody else what's going on. He expects you to communicate with the coaches. He expects you to communicate with the captains. And then when you go outside of that, and what the Chiefs do is they do a really good job of communicating. The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes is the greatest on-field communicator with officials in the game. That used to belong to Tom Brady. Brady's gone now. Right? You know who else was really good at it? Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger was a great communicator with the officials. Here's what I'm allowed to do. Remember, he would tell you, hey, man, I'm going to take the extra yard, so I'll need you to protect me, right? It had greater value for him to be able to push his 6'5", 250-pound frame into a play more than he needed the early whistle. So as you watch it today, just remember the conversations that have been in play, right? And sometimes the thing that the fan doesn't understand was just simply had in a conversation that, listen, I'm not Travis Kelce, I'm not giving you, I'm not going to let them grab you, but I'm also not going to let you stiff arm them like it's Christmas and it's the last present, right? This is the last PS2. You got to get it, right? You can't, we're going to call you. So the Chiefs have earned the right to be there. Everybody in the league has targeted the Chiefs and failed. The entire league all had a mission: remove the Chiefs from the conversation. And the Chiefs are so good that they still manage to get there.
Yeah, the MVP couldn't do it. So
right, like another tangent. While I'm at it.
Oh, let's hear it.
While I'm at it.
I don't know where.
The absolute buffoonery to name Josh Allen MVP of the National Football League. Stop it. People want to talk about DEI. That is lame. That is not the best. He's not the best player in the NFL. He didn't have the best season in the NFL. He wasn't the best at his position. His team wasn't the best team. Like, stop it. Stop it.
Who do you give it to?
Here's how I work, and I'm real simple.
Okay, I'm curious.
The best player on the best team.
Okay, so Mahomes.
So
I'm with you. If that's
the title is most valuable player.
Yeah.
Who did more for their team within the NFL season to impact the NFL?
Mahomes.
That seems now, but if I said to you, we don't know whether it's the Chiefs or Eagles, nobody has impacted the NFL season this year as much as Saquon Barkley.
That's fair.
Nobody. We're not talking about the Eagles without Saquon Barkley. We're not. He had a generational year.
I have to look at his numbers. I mean, he's definitely getting scrubbed off a lot
2,000
more.
yards in the NFC East is grown man work. And he made the Eagles, again, the Eagles aren't in the Super Bowl without Barkley.
Yeah.
Just as the Chiefs aren't there without Mahomes. We can say that. It's pretty simple.
I feel good about, honestly, either of those. And today we'll really decide. I've always been that way because to me, it's all the years we robbed LeBron James of it too. We do this all the time. On all these sports, we go through the MVP votes and then we get to the playoffs and it's like, okay, but we all know it's LeBron.
How
right?
many NBA titles has LeBron won?
What has he got now? Has he got 4? Cavs.
How many MVPs?
MVPs? It's a great question.
Right?
3? He's not nearly as many as he should have.
In the same space. That if you said to me that Jordan won 6 rings and won 6 MVPs.
He's got 4.
So you understand, right? I want to keep this as logical as humanly possible. Right? That it is, you didn't say the best player in the NFL. The title of the thing is most valuable player. Uh-huh. And most valuable to what and who, how. Right? So to the NFL, the most important player that you could market, you could put him on a marquee in any NFL city in the country, and everybody knows who he is. Everybody gives respect to it. It's Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. And then if you said, listen, what one player impacted this one season, not all the past, not this season, that Saquon Barkley won the NFC.
That's totally fair. All
right?
Playoff stats is
right?
Really, like it's all
right.
Insane.
Tell me what you tell me.
Yeah,
he won the NFC. He won the NFC East and he won the NFC. That's player one. Player 1A or 1B. The other one is the guy that won the AFC. And there's no other name. You can talk about Burrow. You can talk about Allen. You can talk about Jackson. You can talk about them all. And none of them won the AFC except Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Through his play. Like, this is through his play.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about, like, oh, yeah, they got Kelsey, but you're looking at Xavier Worthy. Like, they have some good players, but, like, when you compare it to what some of these other teams in the AFC have, it's not.
2/3 of the football population was just ragged on Travis Kelsey for 2/3 of the year.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, that dude showed up, and you went, "Oh my goodness, he still is the best tight end in football." Oh boy, we were wrong. Yeah, you were wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You think Kelsey's numbers would be the same with any other quarterback other than that dude named Mahomes? No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, because nobody else would allow him to route run and make decisions and option route as much as Mahomes, and then understand him, and then actually throw to him. So, the two most valuable players, right, in the NFL are the running back for the Eagles and the quarterback for the Chiefs.
If I'm a voter, you've convinced me I'll give it to Saquon, but I don't hate either of those. That's how I've always felt about the MVP.
Look, we're going to talk. Listen, you could have given Brady as many MVPs as you wanted to give him, and nobody could complain.
And that's what we should do, though.
Well, that's what it's for.
Like, the politics of it drives me nuts.
Stupidity. It's stupidity that we get through and we do the mental lazy dance. Like, oh, let's play the. Listen,
NBA's
arguably
one of the worst.
The NBA is different in that.
That's harder, though.
Well, no, as the texture says, Jordan 6-0 Defensive Player of the Year, right? I think that plays out.
Yeah.
Right? That's why Jordan, the greatest offensive player to ever play, was also Defensive Player of the Year. Wrap your brain around that, because it doesn't. There aren't that many golden slugger winners who are also Golden Glove winners at the same. Think about
But
that.
DP, it was against plumbers. Haven't you heard? It was plumbers.
I'm old
and
enough.
electricians.
I gotta tell you, Will Chamberlain wasn't nobody's plumber.
Yeah, just amen.
Bill Russell was nobody's plumber. And let me tell you, if you disrespect Jerry Lucas and the guys no, stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Amen.
You imagine telling John Thompson, the dude who wasn't good enough to beat out Bill Russell for the Celtics, telling John Thompson he was a plumber? You shut up. You just stop it. Go to your room. Go to your room. You're eliminated from the conversation.
Amen.
So
I could say it any better.
So it's going to be good. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about that big one over at PBA. There's a fantastic opportunity for the Huskers as they take on the Buckeyes at PBA. And again, we'll set the table. We'll talk a little wrestling to get you through your Sunday, and then we'll get you all set up. Head over to PBA and then down to Buffalo Wings Arena. I'm DP. He's Harrison Orange. This is The Breeze on the Ticket.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes, feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Allo Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit allofiber.com to switch today.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Gentlemen, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Don't be that guy running to the store for flowers and a card on your way home. Hey, Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. We have great Valentine's gifts in store now. And if you spend $99, we'll throw in a free bouquet of a dozen roses. Give her what she really wants this year and let us do the rest. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island. Online at sartorheyman.com.
I used to smoke. I thought of cigarettes as my best friend. They were always there for me when I needed a break.
I also thought cigarettes were my best friend, and then they gave me peripheral artery disease.
I smoked and had a stroke. Actually, multiple strokes.
I smoked and have heart disease. Here's my tip.
If cigarettes are your friend, you need a better friend.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
You're listening to The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in to The Breeze. Harrison on for the ones and twos. We got DP to my left. No Haas to Breeze today as he's out there coaching, but no worries. We'll keep the show rolling here. 402-464-5685, as well as you can join the streams and especially join in for the Husker Hoops post-game stream, which will start as soon as the clock hits 0. The game's about to tip off. We are about 30 minutes away. Tips off at 1 o'clock. Huskers are at home as they take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. DP, what are your thoughts heading into it?
So this is one of those circle the calendar days for Nebraska basketball. In that, one of my favorite days to go to a Husker basketball game is Super Bowl Sunday. Husker fans show up on Super Bowl Sunday. They show up.
I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, like I can recall the last year because there have been some big wins on Super Bowl Sunday, and I know that the people that I've talked to this week about the Huskers and basketball is that they plan on showing up and being loud today. So this is what I would say: if you're in the car headed to PBA, first of all, you better hurry because it's going to take you a while to get through. PBA is not the easiest building to get in and out of.
I'll just being real here. If there's a sporting event in Lincoln, you got to get through downtown. Be early.
Yeah, get early.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Right, parking not exactly always right in next to the arena unless you're one of the big ticket holders, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the big pass holders, and then the process, and then the walk around, slow escalators. Not that you can speed them up, but hey.
Are they? I want to ask because it feels like we still got some of the slowest escalators around.
Man. Having been in other buildings, I'm not sure that there's a building where the escalators have as much impact on the crowd as PBA.
Well, they're new around here. A little scary for
it's a thing. But I fully expect a loud house. The vault should be loud tonight, and when the Huskers are playing well and the students are back. Which is, listen, to have the students show up. And there's no reason for all the students not to show up today. There's no reason. There are no other home games going on. Women's tennis was yesterday. Shout out to the women's tennis team. Kick and Tail there at Dillon Tennis Center.
Free entry yesterday too, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's always free admission.
Okay. Yeah, I need to go there myself. I shouldn't be saying apologies. I'll go to the next one.
I strongly suggest that if you are within my voice, that you circle home dates for Nebraska tennis men's and women's, because I went Friday night and that was my first college tennis sporting event in probably 20 years.
I never got to see competitive tennis outside of TV.
Well, I've done the live tennis events, and those are amazing because you're kind of single focused and the energy kind of rocks.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference with the college was that there are 6 matches going on at the same time.
Oh yeah, I saw the video of the court,
and I was stunned at how in I was. Like, I'm applauding, I'm fist bumping, like I'm doing the Tiger Woods, fist stroke, right? I was impressed by it all. One, it's a great facility. There's not a bad seat in the place. You can choose where you are because you can't be in front of all 6 courts at the same time.
Yeah, are there nets between the courts? Are they just spaced out enough?
It's just spaced out enough.
Okay.
It's just, but there's interaction because, again, I was surprised at how much trash talking goes on at these.
Oh, really?
Oh, the trash talk amongst players, amongst coaches. Yeah, So imagine you're playing. So, and it's weird. So the odd courts are on one side, the even courts are on the other. So 1, 3, and 5 are on one side, 2, 4, and 6 are on the other.
Mm-hmm.
And they start with 3 doubles matches. And so the 3 center courts are active. So if you get in the middle, right? Ideal seat, middle seat.
Yeah.
Middle courts, right? Get to the middle courts. I want to say that there's probably 100 seats per court, something along those lines.
Okay, so you're
2
gonna get a good
rows,
seat. Yeah,
2 rows, right? So you get where you get. But even if you're at court 4, you can still see everything. And there's a big scoreboard that has all the scores, and then each court has its own individual scoreboard. And so you can track. And the crowd noise will tell you what's going on, where your eyes should go. And then 100% that the players talk to each other. So if you and I are in the same team, you're playing on court 1, I'm playing on court 2, I'm talking to you in between my points. Like well, let's go, Harrison.
That's crazy.
Let's go. And and if I hit a nice shot, you will hear me make the shot, and you'll hear the crowd, and so you engage, right? And so there's a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, I could see how your blood starts getting hot after a while.
It
Just like hearing that right next to you, knowing
it
like
was so good. And
Yeah.
they, again, Baylor had a guy. I was telling the story yesterday. Baylor had a guy when they got to singles. Whenever he would hit an ace, he would do the got it.
Yeah, if that guy's kicking your butt,
right? And you're just going, okay, so you're going back and forth. And I have to fully say it again. Shout out to Peter Cobelt and Herman, who's the women's coach. He found me Friday night, and so I popped my head in yesterday. But to tell you how impressed I was at the ball striking, the volume of it, being able to hear how clean somebody hit a tennis.
Do you see how fast their serves are?
They don't give that. They could, but
it'd be hard to do. For
that would be
that many
another
courts,
thing.
yeah.
I would be the type that would be in there with a speed gun.
I just
So like
bring your own.
100%. Like, just let me get a speed gun. Let me just go in there and do it, and then put a board up there and just say the serve. But there's an outdoor court too, but this was indoors. And I think based on weather and degrees,
Yeah,
and
no one
temperature,
wants to do that. in
like nobody
February.
wants to go out there and do that in the cold weather. But I would imagine outside tennis would be pretty cool there. The facility is nice as well. So I would say circle that in that. And then while we're pushing, men's wrestling, one final home meet. Make sure you get tickets for that. That's, I want to say it's 16.
I'll double check real quick. And also
one
Stars Hockey.
Yeah, Stars Hockey.
That was great last
with
night.
With a sellout Friday night, and then went to Omaha and pummeled them 6-1 at home Friday night, 7-0 last night in Omaha. But first sellout since 2018, 2019?
2019, yep.
2019. So job well done, Stars Nation, for getting out and supporting the first place Lincoln Stars. And again, the Huskers, man.
So 12:30, February 16th.
Yeah,
That's senior day for us, like wrestling.
Get your tickets, and this senior group, let's send them out the right way.
And also, I want to tease this as well.
Yeah.
Coming Wednesday, we'll get Intrell Taylor as well, Husker wrestler with Kendall Lanier.
Yeah.
So we get to hear a little bit more of those wrestlers. And you've seen Intrell many a times.
He's a rock man. He's a rock star.
Yeah.
Like, he's a rock star. There's certain people that have it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Charlie has it.
So I wanted to say that for sure. Check out Kendall Lanier on Wednesday. He'll be back on here again.
Great story. I would imagine that Brock Hardy, Caleb Smith was here last week. But those are the folks, maybe Lenny Pinto. But this actually may be a Mark Manning show this week.
Okay, awesome.
To get ready for the seniors and otherwise. But we'll see how that goes. Again, that's Tuesday at 4:00 here on the ticket. I think the Huskers figure out a way. Again, the Buckeyes have been playing well.
Yeah.
And they're a bit of a surprise too. Both teams on the bubble, off the bubble, barely. So this is a big day. It would mean the world to Ohio State to get a win here on the road in the Big Ten on a Sunday. It would probably give the Huskers some more working room to get this win at home, to make it 4 straight. They're currently in some of the 10 and 11 spots in the projections. A win a day would probably give them a 9 or a 10.
There's only like one projection that has them securely, and everybody else is
everybody
else
10, is in the bubble. Well, because you don't know which version of the Huskers are going to show up.
There's a lot of ball left.
But and Ohio State. But I think what you like, one, their body of work that's already happened, the wins that they have, the 4 diabolical wins that they have. Look, those are, you can't take them away. You can't take them away. If they're on the bubble, the people who are also on the bubble, the teams that are also on the bubble, have to have those 4 wins. And listen, the better Creighton plays, the better Nebraska looks.
Mm-hmm.
Right? To go on the road and get that win, that resonates. To win on the road against 2 top 20 Big Ten teams, you can't take those away now. And then whatever wins you get, today is one that, listen, if somebody's pecking at the door, Ohio State's pecking at the door, the best way to make sure that your place is secure is get rid of the edge. I think it'll be a competitive game. I think it'll be a game of runs. I like the fact that this is one where Nebraska at home likes shooting threes at home, but Ohio State doesn't have a dominant rim protector. And so this would be one of those ones where, kind of think Washington, where the Huskers will do better attacking the rim and attacking the glass, like getting shots from up close. This would be a great day for Juwan Gary to light it up. This would be a good Bearcade day in the paint. This would be a good Andrew Morgan running the floor day. They'll have to shoot. Connor Essegian opening it up.
Yeah.
Like, that'll matter. Essegian opened up 3. Then Bryce being able to get it. They've got some athletes to defend Bryce, but I still expect a plus 20 from Bryce.
If he can get to the rim, I see it. Because, like, their leading rebounder, you're right. I want to check his out. He's only listed at 6'6".
Yeah,
he's their leading rebound. I mean, good rebounder. He's high energy, clearly 7.5. But if you match his energy, you should be able to take care of that matchup.
It at home, where the crowd sometimes can get you to do things that aren't good for you. But I think that, again, they're high percentage two-point shots. If Nebraska is willing to accept those and take the layups, Nebraska should have a day. I think Ohio State makes a late run because that's been their forte. They had Illinois on the ropes and couldn't finish it, and that matters. But I think this is a 74-68 sort of deal. I think that Nebraska stretches it. Here's the thing that we don't talk about a lot, but one of the things that has worked for Nebraska especially in the last 3 games, is that their end of game lineup makes free throws.
Mm-hmm.
Their end of game lineup, when things become critical and people try to extend series, this is how a 6-point game becomes a 12-point game, because Nebraska's ability to make free throws. And if Bryce, Juwan, Sam, Raleigh go to the free throw line and make free throws, this team is going to be tough to beat. This is how they finish. Learning how to finish is the most difficult thing in all the sports. Nebraska's figuring out with that 5 that they make free throws.
Who are they playing? Is it Andrew Morgan at that 5 on their?
It depends on what they're doing. Sometimes you can play Bearcade. Sometimes you can play more. You don't want Morgan going to the free throw line, but he's the finisher. He's not the ball handler.
Yeah.
Right. So he's not. If you're running press break, he's in the middle of the floor.
Rarely,
he's just going to catch, turn, pivot,
get rid of it,
and outlet. So it's not really a thing. And if that's what you're doing, and in most cases, if those possessions are meaningful, you're doing offensive, defensive switches. And so he's on for offense, off for defense, depending on who Ohio State puts on the floor.
Right.
If Ohio State needs threes late in the game, they're not going to use their big on the floor. So you can go smaller and get away with it.
Yeah, we see Fred Hoiberg, who's very aware of that substitution. What do we need?
The patterns are there, and it's all good stuff. So
we got to throw at the break, though. So with that being said, DPL, let you tease it. What do you want for segment 3?
Let's talk a little WWE. To close the show, just to honor Haas and let him know we were thinking about it.
Absolutely. We'll do that next. Don't go anywhere. This is The Breeze.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Ready to spruce up your space? No matter what project is on your list, you can check it off at the Nebraska Builders Home and Garden Show, February 7th through the 9th at the Sandhills Global Event Center. With over 200 businesses under one roof, you'll find the latest in home innovations and experts to handle your dream projects. Admission is just $10, and children 12 and under are free. For more information, visit the Home and Garden Show online at hbal.org.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
You're listening to The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment, The Breeze, DP, Harrison Arns on a Ticket Sunday, 402-464-5685. You guys can join in. We're going to talk a little bit of WWE here in honor of Asta Breezy.
Yeah, I wanted to jump into, if I asked you what the best nicknames in the WWE were the best nicknames. Now they're all character names, but each one has its own legs. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, HBK, Heartbreak Kid. That one matters. The Rock matters. The American Dream.
That's a good one.
The American Dream. But even with Dusty Rhodes, that wasn't my favorite nickname for him. My favorite nickname for him was Stardust. Stardust. Like when he was Dusty, he was Stardust and his $1 million smile. Like we missed that, right? for The Rock, the Brahma Bull was way more meaningful to me than The Rock.
Wait, what is it? The Brahma?
The Brahma Bull.
Oh, that's way better
Well,
than The
but
Rock.
it's his whole brand. Do you know that like his I don't know if it's Adidas or Reebok, Under Armour. Have you seen the Brahma Bull brand? It is amazing. It is amazing. Those were top level gear. You can get hoodies, hats, even Brahma Bull shoes that they were selling. And I love those. Another cool nickname, the Rated R Superstar. Edge was fantastic in creating that, right? And there's all sorts of things in place. For the women, Glamazon.
Yeah, that's a good one. Did Rey Mysterio have a nickname ever?
Yeah.
That wasn't just Rey Mysterio?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, 619
was kind of
signature move.
Was just a signature move,
Yeah.
but here's one that Chris Jericho kind of manifested for himself. That he was the Ayatollah of rock and roll.
I'm just gonna start Googling some of these.
Right?
We don't got time. That's incredible.
Like that's so good. They've done the Samoan werewolf, right? With Jacob Fatu, because his father was the Samoan bulldozer, Umaga. And to have people talk about it, Dave Bautista as the animal made so much sense to me. It made but remember that George the Animal Steel had it first, right? And it was a part of the moniker. What was the one for
Samoan bulldozer?
The Samoan,
incredible.
What was Mark Henry?
Funkasaurus? Oh, what do you want to know?
What was Mark Henry had one? They called him. He was the world's strongest man, but he had another nickname when he had. Oh, sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolate.
The Silverback.
It
World's
was
strongest.
so good. It was so
Silverback's
good.
The
It was
king
so
of the
good.
jungle. Okay, yeah. Sexual chocolate.
Sexual
though.
chocolate was amazing.
That's probably be the best one yet.
Well, but they had a storyline where he had an affair with Mae Young. Mae Young was like 80 years old. They actually said that their affair created a baby. That she was going to have a baby at 80 years old. Like it was just Vince McMahon being wild.
Yeah.
Like it was being wild. Razor Ramon being the bad guy, and he would just tell you, I'm, say hello to the bad guy. It was fantastic. I think that Orton and the Viper was underutilized. It was underutilized.
What's the worst one? Is there one that is just like horrible that you remember?
Oh, there's a bunch of bad ones.
Yeah, but is there one that like really just drives you like just even remembering it and you remember how stupid it was?
There's so many. There's so many. Undertaker, Dead Man, American Badass. That I didn't think the American Badass was necessary because the Dead Man Walking was everything. Like I thought that was just better than that. With John Cena, the champ is here. I understood it. It was a takeoff of Muhammad Ali, but I didn't love it because it wasn't necessary. His best moniker was the Doctor of Thugonomics.
That is good.
The Doctor of Thugonomics was as good as ever. It was as good as anything. So those are just some Haas. We pay tribute to you, bro. The nicknames matter. When handled well, bravo.
I just saw, but Andre's giant ones as well. That's incredible.
Yeah,
the eighth world wonder.
Here's a quick run through some Super Bowl records.
Yeah, go for it.
Right, Tom Brady threw 62 pass attempts in the game. That won't be broken today. That will not be done.
I agree.
Phil Simms has the record for greatest pass completion percentage at 88%. 88%. No. That will not be broken today. Steve Young threw for 6 touchdown passes. If the Chiefs win today, that record could be in trouble. 6 TD passes.
I got another out track here. So is this, if you got any more, we can round them off
38.
quick.
John Riggins, 38 rushing attempts. Won't be broken today. Won't be broken today. But the long rush of 75 yards by Willie Barker,
that's on the table.
might go down. So have fun in your Super Bowl party. Have fun. Be safe. If you don't have a plan, come on out to Buffalo Wings Ring. Come hang out. Throw a fist bump in the air and enjoy your Sunday. Go Big Red.